wildland firefighters helped America and the Allies win World War II. In 1937, there was a tragedy called the Blackwater Fire. 15 firefighters died, 38 were injured. The investigator was a man named David Godwin. The conclusion that he came to was that had firefighters arrived on scene earlier, this tragedy would have been avoided. He then spent years pushing what came to be known as the smoke jumper program. At the time, this was unheard of, and it was wild. The idea that you could transport firefighters to a fire in an airplane and then they could parachute in. Wild idea at the time. Godwin fought for it. And there's records of him fighting with the local regional forest who thought the firefighters jumping out of airplanes was basically showing off and acrobatics. And we now know in history this became an iconic part of Forest Service history and identity, and it was driven by David Godwin. Why? He saw the cost of firefighters not getting to fires fast enough, and what's faster than flying them there and having them parachute in? Their first training jump is in 1940. There's an article in the local newspaper from that area near Seeley Lake, and you can see David Godwin standing there, and he's standing next to a military man named Major William Lee. Now, Major William Lee, this was in 1940, so Major Lee would go on to be promoted to Lieutenant Colonel Lee, and then General Lee. He's been called the father of the U.S. Airborne. He created the 101st Airborne, he trained, and he helped plan D-Day. And so what he was doing with the 101st Airborne was influenced by what he saw from David Godwin and the wildland firefighters. One of the great heroes of the Blackwater Fire is David Godwin himself, as the investigator, who saw this tragedy and said, I gotta find a way to do something to make an improvement, to make things better for firefighters for the future. This is heroic innovation, and if that innovation was so powerful, it didn't just change the American Fire Service, it changed the U.S. military. And this is a key truth about firefighter innovation, is that when firefighters solve firefighter problems, again and again, they end up helping people far beyond the fire service. Who would have thought that the smoke jumper program would help the Allies win World War II? It's a proud part of firefighter history, but it's also a proud part of American history.